if you don't know how to do your makeup, keep watching because this is Makeup 101, where I teach you guys how to do your makeup step by step. I already showed you guys how to do the clean girl makeup look and you guys loved that one. So today we're going to be doing the full glam makeup look. This is important. Everyone needs to know how to do their full glam moment as well. So let's get into it. I told you guys skin prep is the most important part. So we're going to prep the skin with the Rhode Glazing Milk. So hydrating and just the perfect base for makeup. So obsessed with it that I already have my backup. Also going to moisturize because I told you guys this is the key to a smooth application. I'm using the Rhode Barrier Butter. Skin is literally shining with this combo. Now for some primer because we want this makeup to be locked in. I'm using the iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. This is going to give you a little bit of a blur as well with the glow. Also a 10 out of 10 product. While that soaks in, we're going to go in with brows. You can fill your brows in if that's what you like, but I'm a very simple brow girl, so I'm just going to brush them with a brow gel and just make sure they are all neat and combed through. I like to brush the brows down first and then up just to make sure I'm coating every hair. Since this is a full glam makeup look, we're going to go in with foundation instead of our usual skin tint. I'm using the Dior Skin Perfect foundation and I'm just going to draw this on my face very generously. Say Beauty the big brush and we're gonna tap everything in. Always tapping, never dragging. This foundation is incredible. Now for concealer, I'm using my House Labs concealer. This is my favorite medium coverage buildable concealer. We're gonna keep the concealer a little bit underneath the eye and then we're just gonna blend it upwards closer to the eye when we blend. And on any spots that you need to brighten a little bit, I like to put a little bit of concealer right there so that then I can blend it out and kind of sculpt, kind of like a reverse contour. Makeup by Mario F4 brush to blend. I like to blend this concealer upwards like this, tapping away, and then we go in with a smaller concealer brush to blend out the under eye concealer last. Okay, now for cream bronzer, I like to go in with a little bit of like a darker bronze for a full glam. So I'm using the Say Sun Melt. This is the shade medium bronze. I'm gonna take my little BK Beauty brush, focusing it higher on the cheekbones because we're bronzing, not contouring. Always keeping the product high and tapping upwards. Bronzing on the top of the forehead and connecting it. The difference. Blending this underneath my chin as well. Now let's do this side. Now we're looking golden. I blend a little bit of this down the sides of my nose just for a little definition. For blush, I'm thinking something nice and pink, so I'm gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario Paradise Pink blush. Taking my BK Beauty 112 and now focusing this higher on the cheeks as well to lift the face. I love this brush because it disperses the product so lightly. Very easy to control. For a full glam makeup look, I like to add a little bit more blush than usual because I do bake with this look and that'll end up toning everything down a little bit. Now quickly before I go in with powder, I'm going to blend out the concealer once more just to make it seamless with the blush and also to get any creases out. Makeup by Mario setting powder and a nice amount of powder. Just gonna tap this in underneath the eye and in the T-zone area. I take a little bit of powder and just carve out the bronzer. Same on this side and of course the forehead. While that sets, I'm gonna do my eyes really quick. Super easy but elevated eye look. I'm going to take this ColourPop Nude Mood palette, a little bit of the shade Au Natural. This color I'm going to blend all over the crease, lightly holding the brush and just swirling the product. Just like that. Same on this side, making sure that's all blended. The more you blend, the better. Trust me, you want it to be over blended than under blended. And then I'm gonna take a little bit smaller fluffy brush and I'm gonna use the shade Moody, this like darker brown. And I'm gonna focus this closer to the outer section and then blend it inwards. Same thing on this side, and then just spend some more time blending. Going back in with the first brush to make sure everything is seamless. I'm going to take a little bit of this sparkly shade. You can use any sparkly shade that you want. And I'm going to add that just onto the lid with my finger. I find that's like the easiest way to do it. Just to add a little something there. And then going back in with the Au Natural shade on a little smudging brush. And I'm just going to smudge this close to my lash line. This is gonna make it look a little bit more cohesive and just add some dimension around the eye. And now it's time to go back in and just dust off the excess powder. Now's the time where I like to go back in with a little bit more blush just because I am a blush girl and I find that the powder kind of just erases it a little bit. Can't forget to curl the lashes. Mascara of choice, I'm using the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. The cleanest way to apply mascara is to get a mirror like down low and look at it like that. So you have good distance between your lashes and your eyelids and you're not getting it everywhere. Powder bronzer, grabbing a little bit of product and focusing it higher up on the face. And of course on the forehead where you naturally get a tan. I'm gonna take a little bit of this Merit highlighter with my finger and add it to the highest points of my cheekbone. So right where the sun would reflect. That's the placement. And a little bit on the tip of the nose. Now for the lips, I'm taking the Fenty Beauty Traced Out Lip Liner in rubber bands. And for overlining the lips, you're going to want to overline the center areas only. Overline, follow, then overline. Gives you a poutier effect. I'm gonna tap this out with my finger. I'm gonna take a little bit of a lighter color lipstick right in the center. This is Anastasia in the shade Haze. Lightly, and then do that. If you like a matte lip, you can leave it like this, or if you're like me and you love a gloss, you can add your favorite. I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Heat. Adding that right on top. Charlotte Tilbury setting spray to lock it in and let it dry. And there you go. This is my in-depth tutorial on my full glam makeup look. Now you have your everyday clean girl and your full glam, and you are ready to go. I am so happy that this series has been helping some of you guys. So let me know what you guys want to see next.